Friday, Heritage. Nate Trobaugh show hosting yet another Friday edition of the 5-Star News. And I hope all of you had an amazing Halloween last night. I know I did. Tons of candy and scary movie watching. But now I'm ready to get rolling on this show. So with that said, let's bring in our fantastic reporter Levi Wilson for today's What's Up Heritage update.
What's up, Heritage? I'm Levi Wilson. I'm here to bring you 3 big announcements followed by this week's weather forecast. November 2nd, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., our Heritage Astronomy Club will be hosting a star party at the school. Please reach out to Dr. Shipley or Mr. Siegel if you have any questions. This Saturday, the HHS Theater Department will be putting on one last public show at 7 p.m. Students get a discount at $10. For everybody else, a ticket will be $12. And don't forget the big game at home against Adairsville at 7:30 tonight. $10 admission, and be sure to arrive a little bit early to beat the traffic. It's senior night as well, so we will be honoring our seniors on the football team, band, and other groups around the school. Now, onto this week's weather forecast. Friday, we have a high of 74 and a low of 60 with a 55% chance of rain. Saturday, we have a high of 79 with a low of 61 and a 12% chance of rain. Sunday, we have a high of 77, a low of 62, and a 10% chance of rain. Monday, we have a high of 75, a low of 63, and a 7% chance of rain. Tuesday, we have a high of 80, a low of 64, and a 15% chance of rain. Now onto the anchors for more news.
Thanks, and I hope that rain holds off for tonight's football game. Nate Trobaugh back with you now, and I'm here to tell you about some of the big entertainment news that took place in our theater on Wednesday. Schools from all around the area were at the Taj competing in the GHSA one-act competition. What's one act and how do schools compete? We talked to some of the competing schools as well as Heritage team representatives to find out more. So let's check it out.
Wednesday, we went to one act. Well, we didn't go. It was here. So we had one act competition here, and we watched a bunch of shows, and there was a couple plays, like straight plays with no music, and there was a couple musicals. It was really fun. We had, I think it was our best run because we were so, nervous / excited for one act competition. It was a really good run. And all the shows were really entertaining, for sure. And Kaylee and I got all-star cast, which means, I guess, that we, stuck out to the judges, I guess. I don't know. But it was a lot of fun, and there was a lot of people there, and it was really cool to meet lots of different people from different schools.
This year we're doing Mean Girls for the one-act competition, which it went pretty well. We did one act yesterday, and we placed 4th. Yeah, the other schools are really good, but we did all our transitions really well, and I'm super glad that we were on tech this year because it's been really fun with a lot of new people joining, and if you're interested, come talk to Miss Wells, and you can join tech and work in Adam's family.
Our school, Calhoun High School, is performing Alice by Heart. It's an interesting take on Alice in Wonderland, of course, and it's set in London during the German bombings, during that whole era, and we're all pretty excited. This is my first show, but I'm really looking forward to everything.
I think it was really good. I really love the vibe, and I think that we are going to get first.
I also went and watched Mean Girls yesterday, and I think we have a big shot of winning.
Thanks, Nate. Good job as always, and congrats to all the schools that competed on Wednesday. Stephen Solomon back with you now, and I talked a little bit on Halloween at the top of the show, and students in our CTA departments were treated to a spooky party of their own on Tuesday night down at the Agriculture Building. It was their annual spooky movie night. Food, games, an outdoor showing of Beetlejuice. Sounds pretty cool. How'd it turn out this year? Here's Carter Smith with the report.
Okay, that's good. So last night we had our spooky movie night up at the Ag Complex. Went pretty good. We watched Beetlejuice. I hadn't seen it in years. It was funny and scary at the same time. The food.
Well, that was not scary because Coach Dotson and Miss Fennell made tons of delicious hot dogs. Spooky Movie Night's always a pretty big hit here at Heritage for the CTAE students. I actually got up there this year a little bit late because of the flag football game, but by the time I got up there, the movie had already started. Beetlejuice, it seemed like it was probably our biggest turnout ever, to be honest, for this night. They had some good games out there, too. Cornhole, they had axe throwing. We carved pumpkins.
Mr. Frog. Yeah. Frog. It's pretty good.
It's an episode on SpongeBob.
Right.
And somebody he takes a magical pencil and he writes it out. So it's like a different SpongeBob.
Is that it?
Yeah. Do you think it looks accurate?
Yeah, it looks pretty good actually.
Hey.
Yeah, really good.
They were good, and we also put in 6 cans of Castleberry's chili into the crock pot. Did you get any of that chili?
I missed out on the chili.
We had a little bit of chili left over, a little more than I'd expected, but maybe next year we'll go with a different chili.
Nice report, Stephen. Time for a break now here on the show, but hang with us afterwards for sports. Football's set to tangle with Adairsville for senior night tonight, and we'll have a game preview and highlights from Columbus as well, where our girls are fighting for yet another softball state title. Those stories and much more next in sports.
I better go check the lost and found.
Coach Green here now, and I'm talking softball, and I'm here to update you on the girls down in Columbus at the Elite 8 of the GHSA State Softball Playoffs. Our girls were facing a familiar foe on Wednesday. That would be Lafayette. Could our number 1 girls knock off the state's number 2 ranked team? Let's get to the game recap. The Generals were facing a familiar foe, all right, in the Elite 8 of the GHSA State Playoffs, Lafayette. But early on, things went the way of the 2 regular season games. All Generals pitching and defense. Third inning, it became more than pitching and defense for the Generals. The offense started rolling. Here, Ella Blancett connects on a 3-run home run to right center field to give the Generals a 3-0 lead. The bats would continue to connect. 7 runs later, this one ends up in a big-time blowout. 10-0 Heritage, and they move on to face West Lawrence on Thursday. And it was West Lawrence that got the quick start in this one. Here, their leadoff hitter sends a shot deep to center field. Can Jenna Rhines rob the home run? No. The ball gets out of the park, and West Lawrence builds a 1-0 lead. But that lead would not last long. The Generals' version of Freddie Freeman, Ella Blancett, would tie things up in the bottom of the first inning with this moonshot to center field. That's Ella's 3rd home run in 2 games. The Generals tied up at 1. The long balls would continue for Heritage at the bottom of the 3rd inning. This time it's Jenna Ryan sending the shot deep to center field. It's gone. 2-1. Generals have the lead. 3 innings later, the Generals get some insurance. Landry White homers to center field. 3-1 Heritage. They add 2 more to go up 5-1, and they close it out in familiar fashion. Addie Edwards with the K. The Generals advance, and they'll take on the winner of Cedar Bluff and Monroe area on Friday at 3 o'clock.
Way to go, girls. Good luck the rest of the tourney. Gage Brewer here now, and I'm talking flag football today. Coach Broom's ladies were at home Tuesday night, taking on Dalton Academy and Allatoona. The girls started out with a big blowout win over Dalton Academy, but things got a little rougher in the second match with Allatoona. Let's get to the highlights.
All right, so last night we had a senior night, which was really cool. It was nice to finally play at home again and have an opportunity to celebrate our seniors and their families. We opened up with Dalton Academy, who has improved a lot since we saw them last time. We're able to handle them pretty well and get every kid in the game, fortunately. Second game was a lot tougher. We played the current state runner-up in Allatoona, who's really good, and they're better than us, and they showed it. We took a butt kicking, 33-0, I think was the final score. We had a lot of players that looked pretty good. As far as outstanding players, it's hard to say because we had most people played pretty much on an even level. I wouldn't say anybody stood out more or less than the other.
Today we played against Dalton Academy and Altoona. The first game was really good. We won 33-0, and the Altoona game we had really good competition. We all did well for both games. And it was just overall great 2 games. And then it was senior night yesterday, and it was just a great experience to be a part of this team and experience that.
Stephen Solomon here now, and we have volleyball to talk about today. We told you last week about Coach Crawford's girls were eliminated from the state playoffs in the Sweet 16 by Sandy Creek. But that's old news. Today we're going to talk to you about some big off-season awards that came out for our girls earlier this week. Coach of the Year, Player of the Year, and a few girls made all 7-3A region. Let's find out more in this report.
So this season we had 4 players named to the all-region teams. Lexi Berry and Georgia Taylor were named to the first team all-region, and Lexi was even awarded Player of the Year for 7-3A. And then Addison Morrison and Joanna Loa were named to the second team. So I'm just really proud of these individuals for the hard work that they've put in all season. These are awards that are nominated by the coaches in the region, so it just shows how hard they worked in every single region game that we played this year.
My name's Lexi Berry, and this year I won First Team All-Region, and I won Player of the Region. And I'm really honored to receive these, and I'm excited for my teammates who also got awards too.
My name's Georgia Taylor, and I got All-Region First Team, and I'm super thankful for my teammates who encouraged me the whole time.
My name's Addison Morrison, and I won Second Team All-Region, and I'm really proud of this team and the things we accomplished this season, and I'm super excited for next season.
I'm really proud of my teammates. I think that all the awards were well deserved.
What's going on, Generals? I'm Tyler DeFore, and I'm here with your 16th rendition of 5-Star Pick'ems. For our first game, we have number 3, Penn State, versus number 4, Ohio State. For our second game, we have number 20, SMU, Go Mustangs, versus number 18, Pitt, Go West Virginia, Mountaineers. For our last game, we have unranked Virginia Tech versus Syracuse. Let's see how that goes. Now on to Connor Sparks with y'all's picks.
Hey guys, I'm Connor Sparks. And who am I here with?
Charlie Torbett.
And first off, happy birthday. And second off, I got some games for you this week. For the first game, we have number 4 Ohio State versus number 3 Penn State.
Hey, it means a lot. Thanks for the happy birthday. I'm going to go Penn State.
All right, what's that?
Pennsylvania.
And for this week's games, we have number 4 Ohio State versus number 3 Penn State.
I'm going to go Penn.
What's that?
I like them more.
For the first game, we got number 4 Ohio State versus number 3 Penn State.
Give me Ohio State.
All right. For the first game, we got number 4 Ohio State versus number 3 Penn State.
Penn State's having a bit of a resurgence kind of year, but I got to think Ohio State. My man Tanner Nance, one of our coaches, he's a big Ohio State fan, so I'm going to go with Ohio State Buckeyes this week.
All right. For our second game, we have number 18 Pitt versus number 20 SMU.
SMU, underdog, getting it done.
All right. 18 Pitt versus number 20 SMU.
Pitt.
Here we have number 18 Pitt versus number 20 SMU.
I hadn't seen either one of these two teams play all year. Sometimes SMU sneaks up on people. I'm going to go with the SMU Mustangs to win this one.
All right, with the upset. Number 18 Pitt versus number 20 SMU.
I'm going to go SMU with the upset.
Why's that?
Again, it's SMU, and I don't know.
All right. And finally, for the big game of the week, an unranked matchup between Virginia Tech and Syracuse.
That's not even a question. Has anybody ever seen Virginia Tech's walk-in song, the way they enter the stadium? To Enter Sandman from Metallica. You can't bet against that. Go Hokies.
And last, we have an unranked matchup between Virginia Tech and Syracuse.
Gross. I guess I'll go Syracuse.
Why's that?
Just gross. It's just a gross game. Shame on you for choosing that game.
Unranked matchup between Virginia Tech and Syracuse.
Dude, I hate Syracuse with all my heart, dude. Like, I can't describe how much I hate this school. Give me Virginia Tech all the way.
Last game, Virginia Tech versus Syracuse, an unranked matchup.
Virginia Tech.
What's that?
Because I don't really know Syracuse that well. That's it.
That's valid.
Yep.
Thanks for the sports, you guys. Lots going on for sure. Kelsey Antunes here with our second Kicking It with Kelsey. What are the topics? Let's find out.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space.
Welcome back to Kicking It with Kelsey, and right now we're going to find people to answer 3 questions. Here we go now. If you were going out on a special date to take your significant other out, where would you go?
Popeyes.
Popeyes? Why?
It's good.
It's good. If you were to take your significant other out on a special date, where would you take?
I would say right now, given the weather, I think the perfect fall day is to start out at BJ Reese's apple orchard, picking apples, head over to Bert's Pumpkin Farm, grab a pumpkin, and then we would end up in Dahlonega, just walking the town square and doing that.
That was amazing. If you were going to go out on a date with a significant other, where would you take them?
Oh, that's a no-brainer. If I'm going out on a nice romantic dinner with my wife, we're going to Jack's in Fort Oglethorpe. Got a fireplace, everything's cheap. I mean, that's just the place to go.
Sounds okay to me. What's your favorite animal?
Favorite animal? A koala.
Koala. What would you say your favorite animal is?
Oh man, favorite animal is going to be a giraffe.
Why?
I don't know. I just always thought tall, regal looking.
Yeah.
Always seem to have a good demeanor about them. I've actually fed a couple before, and that's a really cool. Yeah, it's a pretty cool experience. Close second would be a toucan.
Toucan? Pretty interesting. And what's your favorite animal?
Favorite animal is my dog, Nash. He is a Bernedoodle. He's about 90 pounds. Smartest animal I've ever known.
It's really interesting. And what would you say your family tradition is?
I don't got one.
You don't have one? It's okay, not everyone does. Have a great day.
Yep.
Do you have any family traditions?
Family traditions. We always eat at J. Alexander's on Christmas Eve night. Always the family dinner. So
it's always good to have a tradition. And what would you say your family tradition is?
Family tradition. We don't really have anything too crazy. We like to travel. We started a new family tradition a few years back where we travel on Thanksgiving. We'll pick a different destination and then we'll cook, turkey and dressing and all the trimmings at said location. Just try to do something a little different.
Okay, interesting. Well, there you have it, folks. Thank you.
I'm Levi Wilson. This is a Daily Dose of Joy. Let's go find out what people are happy about at Heritage today.
What's your name? What's making you happy today?
My name is Nathan Trobaugh. I placed third in the cornhole tournament yesterday.
What's your name? What's making you happy today?
My name is Talon DeVore, and this morning I went to Waffle House.
Yeah. What's your name? What's making you happy today?
Coach Green, and what's making me happy today is basketball started up, and we got some good players out there, and I'm really enjoying it.
What's your name? What's making you happy today?
My name's Natalie Osborne, and what's made me happy today is playing tennis in the morning.
And with that, we'll say goodbye to this Friday edition of the 5-Star News. But don't fret, we'll be back Tuesday with a brand new report. Until then, have a great weekend, and as always, stay classy, Heritage.